and welcome to TK and Mary's Outdoor Adventures with permanent special guest, Otter Bob. We're all back at the camp house together. We're really excited. The weather's nice and cool. Winter storm Elliott has pushed through, but giving us some really tough temperatures. However, we're going to be out here making the most of it. Christmas has just passed, but we're all still in the holiday spirit. So this whole episode is going to be about all the things we like to do around the holidays, especially at the camp house. So stay with us and see what these two have in mind.
Hey guys, I'm really excited to be back with TK and Mary Outdoors. This week, on this episode, we're going to be doing a little bit of sawmilling. Got some logging to do, got a bad storm come in, and got a lot of trees down. We're going to be getting them up, hauling them out, and cutting some lumber, building some things around the camp. This week, brought to you by Breckenridge Brewery.
We're so glad that you came back to join us for this season of TK and Mary's. You might see some new things this season, maybe some trapping, maybe a little bit of skinning, also possibly winter foraging, depending upon what we see out there. So we're really happy to have you back, and I feel like this is going to be a really good episode. And this episode is brought to you by Miller Lite, and also, most importantly, Shinerbach and Magellan. Thanks for the merch.
All right, it's the evening hunt, Wednesday, December 28th. Meat on the ground, and here comes the triumphant hunter lady. She's about to pull up right now. We're gonna get our first glimpse of a proud lady here. Turn your lights off, Mary.
Hey, welcome back to TK and Mary's Outdoors. Special guest, Otter Bob. Well, it's been an eventful day, and boy, it ended on a high note. Miss Mary here has killed her first deer, as you can see by the blood on her face. It was an amazing evening hunt. She made a good shot. She wasn't really sure. Tell us how it all went down, Mary.
I was in the stand. It was probably about 5 o'clock, and just starting to get a little dusk, and then I had 2 fawns walk out, followed by mama here, and I took my time, lined her up, waited till she got broad, made the shot, and I was out there by myself, so I called for Kane and Otter Bob, and good morning, he's here.
Yeah, come here, Deets. Come here, buddy.
And,
Yeah.
After a very long tracking process, thanks to the guys here, we got her. So we're headed to Dupont to the processor. Can't wait.
Yeah, really, honestly, it was just a great ending to a day, a pretty stressful day, but honestly, without Deets and without Otter Bob here, I don't think we could have done it. That just goes to show you, Marlin 30-30 is all it takes in the deer woods, folks. No need for those high-powered rifles. Miss Mary got it done with Marlin 30-30 here, so real proud of her. We're going to take our time, maybe have a cold one here in a second, and I think we've all earned it today, guys. And anyway, so stay with us as we unfold the rest of the trip. This portion brought to you by Marlin. Yeah. Hey folks, welcome back to TK and Mary's Outdoor Adventures. It's December 29th, and although we had a lot of plans for this trip, Mother Nature's got other plans for us. So it's a pretty dreary day, as you can see, raining, thunderstorms, but we're not going to let it get us down. We're going to sit around in the camp house and enjoy all the Seinfeld episodes that we've seen 1,000 times. So put in the comments section your favorite Seinfeld episode. So Otter Bob is indisposed right now, but like I said, we're not going to let this weather get us down. So what are we going to do the rest of the day, Mary?
Watch a little TV, cook, eat, have some coffee, And then hopefully if the rain slacks up enough, we'll get out there, maybe run some trap lines, piddle on the sawmill or something like that. We'll just have to see. But at this moment, sitting inside and just enjoying libations seems like the thing to do. So.
Yep, exactly. Well said. I just really think enjoying your time off out in the woods, you know, whether it's just enjoying each other's company and hanging out, and I think that's part of it. I mean, we really had a lot of plans, but it's the best laid plans, you know, sometimes just don't work out. But we're here for it. We're really enjoying it. It's not hot. It's probably in the 60s. We're 4 days after Christmas, and we're really enjoying our time off, you know, because before you know it, work's going to start back up. But this segment is brought to you by our newfound sponsor, Appalachian Sipping Cream. And it's wonderful. It goes right in your coffee. You take a shot of it. It's wonderful. So we've been really enjoying it in our coffee today. So cheers to y'all, and stay with us and see what happens today in this rainy, miserable Claiborne Parish day.
Hey, welcome back to an episode of TK and Mary. This segment is going to be about wild berries. Here we have this lovely specimen of a wax myrtle, also called bayberry. You can see all the little blueberries growing off the stem of it. You can also see the white dots. If you look real close, the white dots on the stem. These were used for candle making and all sorts of stuff. It's a very volatile shrub. And then right above it, we have some wild Japanese honeysuckle. Also has berries on it. Not edible. Neither one of these are edible, but they are beautiful in the wintertime. All right, so we've got another specimen here. This is a Yaupon holly. You can tell it's Yaupon. It's got serrated leaves. During the rest of the year, these are really bright green, but it's losing them all. You can also tell by the smooth gray bark here that it's Yaupon, and it will produce a red berry in the winter, just like the American holly. The scientific name of this one is Ilex baumatoria, so that'll probably give you a clue about whether or not it's edible. It is not. However, the leaves, they are the only native caffeinated plant to North America, so you can roast these and grind these and make coffee or tea out of them, and get you a little caffeine buzz. Hey, let's look at our other specimen we have here. This is an Elliott's blueberry. It's a Louisiana native blueberry. As Otter Bob and I were just talking about earlier, some old timers call it a huckleberry. The fruits on these are definitely edible, just like you would buy blueberries in the grocery store. And hovering right above it here, we have a really cool example of a winged elm, and you can see why they call it that, because of the wings coming off of the branches here. So a lot easier to see when the leaves are off.
Is that edible, Mary?
Not edible. All right, weather's lifted a little bit. We're headed out to set some traps and play with the sawmill, maybe get a couple of logs, and I guess follow along and see what we're up to. Cheers!
All right, and we're back. So the weather's really held out for us. I mean, as you can tell, the sun's coming out. So we decided to stay out in the woods and get a couple things done that we promised you that we would do. So we're out here in the woods, and we've decided that we're going to make good on our promise to show you some trapping. And thanks to the Louisiana Department of Wildlife and Fisheries and Louisiana Trap Association, we were able to take an introductory trapping class about a month ago, and it was awesome. And we learned all the benefits of trapping and, you know, some of the ins and outs, and we're going to put that into practice right now. So as you can see, we've got Otter Bob here and Mary, and they are going to kind of give us a little quick tutorial about what you're about to see.
Otter Bob here has shown us a couple good places down here by the pond. As you can see, we have water coming in. The pond is filling up, and so we're going for coon. Mary, tell us a little bit about what's going on here.
All right. So what we've got here is a dog-proof trap, which basically means that an animal won't be able to set it just by pressing on the pan on the inside. It's actually going to have to grab it and pull it up. So that makes sure that another animal that you wouldn't want, it's got to have an opposable thumb to be able to reach and grab it and pull up for the trap to set. So what we've done is we preset this back at the camp. We got a piece of PVC in there just holding the set. So now what we're going to do, Dietz has been such a good boy, and he's going to let us use some of his dog food. We're going to load it with dog food about 2/3 of the way up. So what's going to happen is that coon's going to think he's getting a real nice treat. He's going to be reaching in there, pulling out the dog food, and eventually he's going to get to that lever. And when it pulls, this is going to snap back and catch his arm. So we've got our dog-proof trap loaded here. It's got 3 swivels on it to help the animal from getting tangled up. We're going to take a piece of rebar, snake, put the PVC back on it so it doesn't get lost.
That just helps your eye appeal. That way you come right up to it, you can find your trap immediately. And also it offers another swivel. Otter Bob, while she's doing that, can you tell us why you think this is a good place for coons?
Yeah, I've been trapping this area right here pretty much my whole life, since I was 10, 12 years old, somewhere around there, and I've always done really well. We've got a lot of hardwoods around here. As you can see, this is fresh water coming in. There's a pond back here behind us. It's slightly dry right now, but this is a great area for coons. It's been known for, we've seen a few beaver, otters, some mink, things like that come in. It's a really good area for trapping.
Now with this trap in particular, we are only looking at a coon.
That's right.
So this trap will only catch a coon typically, and tell me why you think that is.
Well, like Mary stated, you know, you have to have opposable thumbs to reach down and grab basically the trigger that's going to set the trap off, and obviously a dog can't do that, neither can a mink or such animals.
Right, so this is safe for, you know, your dogs running through the woods. I mean, they can't stick their tongue down in there and set the trap. So it's an ethical way of trapping. So show me what you got here, Mary.
All right, so we got our stake in here on the ground. The ground is kind of soft, but it's far enough in there, I'm not just too worried about it. We picked a spot with no trees around it so that if we catch the animal, he's not going to be able to back up and pull the stake out. So we've got our stake in here. This piece of PVC is secured by a nut up here at the top. And then we've just staked our little trap down right here. Not very deep. That can be pulled out. It's just kind of keep it upright to keep the bait from falling out. So before we leave this area, we'll take a little bit more of the dog food, kind of sprinkle it around, and then we'll come back first light and check it in the morning. Hopefully we got a ringtail.
And I just kind of want to point out to you, there are no teeth on this trap. Traps with teeth are illegal in the state of Louisiana. So, I mean, it's ethical. It hits the coon with a full leg catch. So we're not looking at coons chewing their hands off and things like that. These are specifically made for raccoons and specifically made not to catch your dog. So this is an ethical way of trapping.
No breaking skin, no bruising,
no bruising. Bones, anything like so this is a good way to kind of, you know, get out in the woods, kind of reduce the population of coons, which we know carry parvo and things like that. So we're going to set a couple more of these, and you know, we'll be back in the morning and check these traps. So. Our fourth trap. This is our second dog-proof trap. So we got 2 coil springs and 2 dog-proof traps out here. Everything is set for coon. So we've got it set here. He has to come to this trap from this way. We've also still got it set with dog food. We got it set at a bit of an angle because it is supposed to be raining. It just gives you a little bit of a lean to keep the water out. This is our last set here. Basically, we're going to check it at first light. Maybe we'll get 1 or 2. But this is a nice setup. We've got lots of water, as you see behind us. We see lots of rooting and things like that for coons. So basically, this whole area, basically from our first trap to our last trap of our trap line, is maybe 200 yards. Okay, so we've got four sets right here. We're still beginners. We don't know really a whole lot of anything, but we know enough to get started, thanks to Louisiana Trappers Association and Louisiana Department of Wildlife Fisheries. So anyway, this is our last set.
we're going to pack it up. We're going to go try to find some other things to do. And in the morning, hey, fingers crossed, we'll come out here and we'll have some fur on the ground. So stay with us here at TK and Mary's Outdoors and learn another trick.
So one way to keep up with your traps when you're running several dozen traps in different areas and you know you're coming in, like we came in from back here, one way to keep up with where your traps are and how many you got set out is to make marks on a tree where you first come in to your trap line. So we have one trap to the right. I'll put a mark on the right side, and we have 3 traps to the left. I'll put 3 marks on the left side of this tree. That obviously tells me I have 1 trap over there and 3 traps over here, and I can keep up with where they are and make sure that I hit them all when I come in this area.
All right, since we're out here in the woods, might as well take the opportunity to snatch up a couple logs. As you can see, there's a lot of storm damage. Michael, our Bob here, has been out here doing a lot of cutting. So we're gonna roll this over here and try to snatch this thing out of here. Alright, so now we got this up here on, and it's as simple as just dragging it back to the camp house to be put on the sawmill. So a little bit of hard work, but I mean, this is perfect lumber right here. With lumber prices we know, it's all just laying out here. We got a gold mine out here in these woods.
All right, looks like the weather's held off. It hadn't rained in a few hours, so we're able to get in here and do some things that needed to be done, like cut some lumber. We've been able to gather up several logs, and now we're going to make some lumber. First, we need to make stickers. So I've got this this big can up here. I've already cut it in 1 by, I think that's 1 by, maybe 1 by 20s, I don't know. So we're gonna cut them into stickers 1 by 1s. That way we can place them between the boards and to allow them to dry. So let's get that going. Now we got a few 1 by 1s. We're going to throw them in the pile and just keep going till we're done.
And so what are these used again? What are these used for again?
You stack them between your lumber so that you have a gap between each stack. That way airflow comes in and allows all your boards to dry.
Okay, so we're drying this lumber for future use.
That's right.
And in hopes of building several things. What do you got on the docket here?
Well, we need sheds. I need a shed over by sawmill here. We got to rebuild the barn, and I think we're going to try to build a new camp house soon.
Hey man, we're looking forward to it, and well, got a good head start here. So we're going to take these off, stack them up, and moving on to the next project.
Hey, welcome back to TK and Mary's. tonight, I guess you'll get a little bit of a cooking special. We are making scalloped potatoes for dinner. So I've got the potatoes sliced and layered in the pan. Right now we're working on a little bechamel sauce. So we've got butter and garlic going in here. I'm gonna toast that just a little bit, then I'm gonna add my flour, get that nice and thick, followed by some cream and some milk, a little bit of Dijon mustard, makes it extra good, some seasonings, and then pour it all over and let it bake for a while. The plan is to also have Brussels sprouts, deer sausage, and all of that sounds amazing. So that's what we're doing right now. Oh, we also need a little bit of wine for this. Not for the cooking, but for the chef. But anyway, having a good time at the camp house for dinner. All right, so we got everything all layered up. The sauce has been made. I just melted butter, made a roux out of some flour, added heavy cream and milk, a little bit of Dijon mustard, garlic powder, minced garlic. Let's see, what else did we put in there? Butter, cheese. We're gonna pour that over the potatoes, and you want to resist the urge to put them in the oven right away, because all the little gaps between the potatoes are going to want to fill in and settle out with all of that cream sauce. So while the oven is preheating, I'm going to let this just kind of like debubble, tap it a little bit to make sure all the gaps are filled. And then once the oven's ready, I'm going to cover this and put it in there at 350, 360 for about an hour. Then I'm going to cover it with foil. After time's up, I'll take the foil off and just kind of do a fork test, make sure that all the potatoes are tender. So, I don't know, it looks really good. Looking forward to it. So, cheers. All right, so let's go on to dish number 2 for Camp House dinner. We're going to do grilled Brussels sprouts. I'm starting with a little bit of vegetable oil and butter. I'm going to melt this in a cast iron skillet. Make sure everything's warm and incorporated. I'm going to toss our Brussels sprouts in that, season them really well, and then I'm going to turn the fire off and walk away. We will transfer them to the grill when it is time. But right now I just want to make sure that the butter and the oil are worked together really good, and that the Brussels get coated evenly with the seasoning and butter. So that's what we're doing. All right, we're back to finish our cooking segment. We've got scalloped potatoes in the convection oven. We've got seasoned Brussels sprouts here in the cast iron skillet. And now we've got some habanero cheddar deer link sausage that was processed by Wild Things. So we're about to throw these on the grill, and hopefully before too long have a real nice dinner. Have under the foil. That looks amazing.
Deer sausage and Brussels.
Deer sausage and Brussels and scalloped potatoes.
Just shows you what a awesome cook can do with a grill, a hot plate, and a convection oven. Golly. Well, check us back here in a minute.
10 out of 10.
How she did.
Cocktail time at the camp house. We're going to be making some rye whiskey old fashions made with Minor Case Limestone Branch Distillery. So we've already got our cherries in there. We're going to put a little dash of bitters, orange flavored bitters, a little bit of simple syrup. Sometimes I use sugar cubes. Today we're going with simple syrup. Just a splash, not too much. Oop, that was too much.
That'll be mine.
Yours. But this rye whiskey is less sweet than bourbon, so it'll even out.
Chug a look, chug a look.
About like that. About like that.
That's a tiki pour right there, Mary.
About like that.
We got traps running in the morning. Oh my God.
We're good for a few. Now I just got to put a little orange peel. Got to go cut an orange, drop some ice in it, and they're good to go.
Be right back. We're back with bartender Otter Bob.
Forgot to mention these are blood orange old fashions.
Okay, so what are you doing there?
Just lining the rim a little bit with a little orange flavor. Blood orange. Looks a little old. It's not. It's not. It's good stuff. All right, they're ready.
All right, so we're good to go here. We're going to enjoy our Camp House cocktail night, as we always do. Stay with us. All right, good morning. So we're back up. It's just now becoming daylight, so we're going to have to go run this trap line and see what we got. It became a heck of a storm last night, so chances of us having anything on our traps are very slim, but we still need to go check them, and if we were going to be here for a few more days, we would just we'd reset and rebait and then set them out again, but we're probably heading back today, so we're gonna go check them out and see what we got. So stay with us and we'll see what our first trapping experience looks like. All right, so we're walking up on our first set here, and we got one here. All right, so we're back. We got out here right off the bat, our first trap. We could see we had a coon on it, so we went 1 for 1 right there. That's our first trapping success there, so that's pretty exciting. Unfortunately, half of our traps are now underwater. I mean, it became a heck of a storm last night. I mean, the water level in the pond probably rose, I don't know, 2 or 3 feet overnight. So we got 2 traps that are now underwater, and I guess none of us had any idea that it was going to get that much water last night. So now we got to try to retrieve traps that are completely underwater. So this was Mary's set that was successful. This is her dog-proof trap that she set. So I mean, right off the bat, first morning that we've been quote-unquote trappers, we're successful. So it's a good feeling, but we do have to get back and see if we can't retrieve these other traps. And then after that, that's when the work really begins. But man, it is a beautiful morning. Nice fog. The water's rushing through the creek, and man, what a beautiful morning. So we got a lot of work to do.
Actually, where we were standing the day before setting traps, the next morning I had chest waders on and the water was up to my chest. That's how much rain we got that evening. So unfortunately, but we were successful with this one, so it's awesome.
Well, we're back home now. We've had a few minutes to sit and just think about how blessed we are and how much fun we had during that trip. We got to do a lot of different things over the course of a few days, and we're just really thankful. We had an opportunity to experience a few firsts. It was Mary's first deer, and really proud of her putting one on the ground. We also had our first trapping experience, and we were successful. So that's really awesome, although we've got a lot to learn in a lot of different areas, but it was cool to be able to go out, set our traps, and be successful. One thing that we really just strive to do here at TK and Mary's Outdoors is just simply documenting our memories here, just documenting our trips out to the woods and all the things that we do, and just kind of look back at all the fun and all the different things that we get into from different times into the camp house. Obviously, it's slight entertainment value mostly for us, but if you're watching, we truly appreciate you, and what we want you to take away from it is, we're not experts here. We're just regular people who go out on the weekends and try to experience the outdoors. And what I want you to also think about is, be brave and have enough courage to go out there and suck in something new, totally new, like we do. We just started trapping not too long ago. We had no interest in trapping. Now we've decided, okay, we're going to get into trapping, and we love it already. And so we're not very good at it, but we've been successful.
Not too long ago, Mary was not really interested in hunting at all. She started out with squirrel hunting, and now she's in the deer stand, and she's now killed her first deer. So things evolve as you get out there, do a little bit more, and really just evolve. Just try something new. Don't just sit there and do the same things over and over. Just have courage, and you'd be surprised on some of the things that you can find enjoyment, fulfillment out of. Whether that be bird watching or plant identification or just hiking, camping, small game hunting, whatever that may be. But the outdoors is a wonderful place for you to be, for enjoyment for yourself and with your family and friends. So we certainly enjoy it, and we are truly blessed to be able to have an opportunity to go out and enjoy the outdoors with our friends and family. Now, from everybody here at TK and Mary's Outdoors, we want to wish you a happy, a healthy, and a successful new year. We're going to be right back at you in 2023. We're going to do some squirrel hunting videos, maybe a quail hunt, and some other little things, muzzleloading season possibly. But this is probably our best episode that we've done thus far. We've got a lot of footage here. We hope you enjoy it. So if you've made it this far, we appreciate you. We do this for ourselves, but we do it for you as well. We just want you to understand it's cool to be out there, and it's just to make memories with all your friends and loved ones. So again, Happy New Year to everybody, and we'll be seeing you in 2023. But in the meantime, y'all get out there.